In the evening, outside Konoha village, Uzumaki Chinhao sat on the Hokage rock and watched the setting sun quietly, not knowing what he was thinking. Suddenly, a beautiful electronically synthesized sound came into his ears. Ding! The God-level lottery system has successfully awakened. Ding! The God-level lottery system is successfully bound, the ultimate main task, to become the strongest ninja in the Naruto world. Ding! Fusion Chakra plus 250 points. Experience points plus 200 points. The strength is advanced to the next level. Maelstrom Chinhao was a little confused. He was originally an ordinary middle school student. He accidentally crossed into the Hokage world a year ago and became the adopted son of the fourth generation of Hokage wave Feng Shuman. For more than a year, Maelstrom Chinhao was often bullied by others because of his weak strength. He had been looking forward to the appearance of Golden Finger, but he was extremely disappointed every time. However, today he unintentionally awakened the system, making Maelstrom Chinhao feel extremely excited. With the Golden Finger, he can double the damage he has suffered before and return it back. And it is also very promising to cross the Naruto world. Maelstrom Chinhao was completely immersed in joy at this time, and all the suffocation in the past year was swept away. It was just that before he was happy for a while, trouble came to the door, and only 3 young men about his age but a bit fierce came quickly towards him. One of them said in a mocking tone, "Yeah, isn't this Uzumaki Chinhao, the son of our 4th generation of Naruto masters? Why are you alone here in a daze?" Ding! Hostility detected. Release the mission, teach the enemies who came to visit. The completion of the mission rewards a level ninjutsu, clone. After hearing the mechanical system voice, Maelstrom Chinhao slowly stood up, then turned his head to look at the 3 teenagers who walked in front of him. "Hey, isn't this the Wildwood who always likes to kill me? What's wrong? I got angry in another place today, and want to teach me again." Maelstrom Chinhao said to the 3 of them with a smile. Now that Maelstrom Chinhao has been promoted to Xiaren, he doesn't have to worry about being bullied at all, and there is no problem in teaching these 3 teenagers with his current strength. "Boss, when did you become smarter? Knowing that we are here to teach you, come over and obediently give in, and then let us beat you out." A teenager with a larger physique turned his head and looked at himself. At this time the boss said with a smile. When Maelstrom Chinhao heard what the young man had just said, he smiled and thought in his heart, "Hey, you are really awesome. You used to be bullied by you when you were weak. Now I am not something you can bully at will. The strength has been promoted to the next level. It's time to show you some color. What are you doing stupidly? Come here. Do you have to let us go over and hit you?" One of the thinner teenagers said a little angrily at this time. "I don't want to go over now. To be honest, you 5 scumbags are really good. I'm worried that you will die in my hands if I use my full strength." Maelstrom Chinhao was very proud of them at this time. The current Maelstrom Chinhao is no longer what it used to be, and he will not let anyone bully himself. It is also very emboldened to say this. Ding! Post a hidden mission, trust the other party, reward 100 chakras for the completion of the mission. Helix Maru advances to the proficiency level. Is your kid stupid? Didn't you know your strength? Didn't see you for a few days really thought you were very powerful? Or did you forget how we were bullied? Furthermore, if it wasn't for you to be the son of the 4th generation of Naruto, I would have killed you. A few days later, you will have the test of ninja. If you are not promoted to the next, your 4th generation Naruto dad can't protect you." Yemyu said ironically to Maelstrom Chinhao at this time. "You, go and beat him up." Yemyu said to the huge teenager next to him, feeling like he was ordering his own puppy. The huge teenager nodded when he heard what his boss said, and then obediently walked towards the whirlpool. Chinhao. Unexpectedly, it's really obedient like a dog. No, it should be a dog. A very obedient dog raised by Yemyu. Maelstrom Chinhao doesn't have to worry about defeating them now. What are you talking about? The kid's mouth should be clean. The huge teenager became even more angry when he heard Maelstrom Chenhao scold him, and then said loudly. After hearing the prompt sound from the system in his mind, the corners of his mouth slightly rose to look at the huge teenager in front of him. Pooh! The hugely physique boy didn't expect that Maelstrom Chenhao would spit on his face. Damn, really awesome, it seems it's time to teach you a lesson. Otherwise you really don't know who you are. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully picking the letter, experience value plus 100 points, 567/1000. You can be promoted to Zongnan when you reach 1000 points. Helix Maru is promoted to the proficiency level. Peng peng peng. Ding, ability to resist plus 1. Ding, experience value plus 1. In just 2 seconds, Vortex Chenhao had fisted against him several times, but when the huge teenager was about to take a punch, Vortex Chenhao suddenly laughed. Is this the body that has just strengthened the ability to resist? It really is very powerful. The few fists just now didn't happen at all. Maelstrom Chenhao thought with a smile at this moment. Ding, there are still 5 minutes to complete the task, please complete the task immediately. After seeing the smile of Wuxi Chenhao, the huge teenager burst into anger in his heart, and then slammed a punch. But what he didn't expect was that Maelstrom Chenhao quickly stretched out his hand, blocked the punch he shook, and squeezed his fist fiercely. What? How is this possible? Sorry, blocked your fist. Enjoy my previous treatment for the rest of the time. Maelstrom Chenhao said with a smile while looking at the huge young man. Ding, the host successfully installed B, strength plus 10. After the huge physical teenager realized that he was in a very dangerous situation, he wanted to take his fist back, but no matter how hard he tried, it was useless. Now he started to panic. Spiral pill. A blue ball appeared in Wuxi Chenhao's free palm for an instant, and then hit his stomach. Pang! Maelstrom Chenhao let go of his hand, and then he was blasted away by Helix Maru. Since his current Helix Maru has not been consolidated after being promoted, there is no need to worry about his life. But even in this case, you have to rest for a few days. What? How could it be? Their boss was very surprised when he saw that his subordinate was beaten up, and then he clenched his fist and wanted to rush to beat Maelstrom Chenhao. I rely on. Before Yemyu could react, he was punched by the whirlpool Chenhao, who came in front of him instantly, lying on the ground, and began to beat him frantically. Because the speed of Wuxi Chenhao was very fast, the two of them only saw the afterimage of Wuxi Chenhao. You remember to me, I will definitely become stronger, and sooner or later I will return all the damage you caused to me. Today is an example. Maelstrom Chenhao said loudly while beating Yemyu. The remaining person was completely stunned after seeing the scene of his boss being violently beaten, and couldn't believe that this was the original Maelstrom Chenhao who was bullied by them every day. A minute later, he slowly came over, and then quickly pulled away the whirlpool Chenhao. What are you doing here? You are not happy. When Yemyu was halfway through his words, he saw the expression in the eyes of Wuxi Chenhao. At this time, Wuxi Chenhao's eyes showed a beast-like ferocity, as if he wanted to eat him. This look directly frightened their boss. Hurry up and help me get out of here, this kid is not right today, it may be possessed by the demon. Let's retreat first, and then we will have the opportunity to teach him. The young man who had just been beaten by Maelstrom Chenhao to the ground quickly stood up, and then pulled his two little brothers and quickly left here. Damn it! You wait for Uzumaki Chenhao, I will definitely kill you in the future. Yemyu glanced back when he hurriedly ran away, and thought very angry in his heart. Ding! The host has completed the task, and the ninjutsu clone has been sent. Ding! The fusion of ninjutsu avatars has been completed, and the level in front, normal level. Unexpectedly, my hard days have finally come to an end. From now on I will no longer be the tail of the crane, and I will never be bullied by anyone. But now my strength is far from enough. Maelstrom Chenhao looked at them. After the three ran away in a hurry, they said with a smile. Ding, the host's self-confidence is restored, and the experience value is +10. At this moment, the Whirlpool Chinhao heard the mechanical beep from the system, then smiled and patted the dust on his body, and walked back home slowly. Whirlpool Chinhao's home. It's really incredible now that I think about it. It feels like a dream. I have to seize the time to practice hard and try to consolidate my strength before the ninja exam. I now have this god-level lottery system. I will soon you can reach the pinnacle of life. Maelstrom Chinhao said with a smile when he returned home. Due to the god-level lottery system, this young man named Maelstrom Chinhao has restored his previous fighting spirit and confidence. After returning home, Whirlpool Chinhao sat in the yard and looked at the sky, and then heard the system prompt. It's just that there are mixed feelings in my heart, and I don't know whether this god-level lottery system is a blessing or a curse. View the Properties panel. Ding, the Properties panel is open. Name, Wuxi Chinhao. Age, 10 years old. Strength, Ninja Experience Value, 604/1000. Talent, 19,999. Physical Strength, 50/100. Spiritual Power, 358/500. Chakra, 758. Belong to, Bo Feng Shuman. Adopted Sun Chakra. Attributes, Fire, Wind, Thunder. Ninjutsu, Avatar, Instantaneous, Helix Pill. Maelstrom Chinhao looked at all of his information and felt very surprised for an instant, and then said, I didn't expect that in just one day, my strength would reach Xiaren. If this continues, it is only a matter of time to complete the ultimate mission. Now it seems that there is no problem at all for the Shinin exam. From now on, I finally don't have to be the tail of a crane, and those who bully me will have to pay the price. Maelstrom Chinhao is not the same Maelstrom Chinhao anymore. Maelstrom Chinhao exclaimed excitedly. Yelled. In the early morning of the next morning, Wuxi Chinhao got up early. Today he was a little different from usual. You can see from his appearance that he was very happy today with a smile on his face. And the temperament of the whole person is different. Maybe this is due to the fusion of chakra last night. Ding, the host is irradiated by the sun, and his health is +1. Suddenly, Uzumaki Chinhao clenched his fist, and for an instant, a large chakra spewed out and penetrated his entire body. Is this my current strength? It's really incredible. My Helix pill has also been upgraded to the proficiency level. There is nothing in the Naruto world that can make people feel more emotional than this, but at this time someone came to the door, and it seems that it is not the person that Wei Chinhao is looking forward to. Ding, hostility detected. Task, defeat the person who came to visit, defeat him and get 1000 gold coins and a chance to draw. When Maelstrom Chinhao heard the voice in his mind, he let go of his fist, and then looked at the door of his house with a smile, waiting for the enemy to come in. Pang! The door of the Whirlpool Chinhao's house was suddenly kicked, and the kicked door slammed on the big tree in the yard of the Whirlpool Chinhao's house, and a lot of dust was splashed. Tsaizi, we have to change doors again. But this time is different from the original. Today you have suffered a lot. Maelstrom Chinhao has become accustomed to seeing such scenes, and he is not so fussy. Hey, I didn't expect you, a coward, to wake up so early. I thought I would come to wake you up. The young man who entered the door said with a sarcasm after seeing Uzumaki Chinhao. What are you doing here? After hearing what the person said, Mason Chinhao said calmly without being angry. I was always bullied before, and it seems that this time I have to teach this person who came to visit. At this time, the Whirlpool Chinhao is different from the original one. Last night, he planned that he would not be bullied by others in the future, so today he took this uninvited guest Zhongjing Yulong and took the knife. Hey, what are you doing? Of course I came to beat you. I was out of anger when I came home yesterday, and I was scolded at home yesterday. I felt very uncomfortable. How do I have an opinion? Jing Yulong heard the Whirlpool Chinhao just say after that, there was no angrily said. Being bullied by you before and not fighting back does not mean that I am weak, nor does it mean that I am afraid of you. But if you look to me again and again, then I can't bear it, or you will only get worse. Remember. From now on, I will no longer be the coward who can be slaughtered by others. Wuxi Chenhao said loudly to Shanjing Yulong at this moment. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully installing B, experience value plus 10. After Shanjing Yulong heard what he had just said, he didn't react for a while and he didn't expect that Wuxi Chenhao would say such a thing today. Did you kid take the wrong medicine? Or you were stupefied by me? Then let me see what big waves a waste can make. Jing Yulong paused for a few seconds before saying with a smile. Whirlpool Chenhao just walked a few steps forward at this time, and he heard the system say in his mind, Ding, movement speed plus 10, strength plus 10. The corner of Wuxi Chenhao's mouth raised, and he disappeared in place. Pang! With the blink of an eye, Wuxi Chenhao came to the front of Shanjing Yulong and punched his chin. Due to the fast speed of Wuxi Chenhao, Shanjing Yulong did not see himself clearly. How was it attacked? Ding! The host caused a certain amount of damage to the opponent, power plus 1. After Shanjing Yulong was punched heavily by Wuxi Chenhao, the whole person turned back and then fell to the ground fiercely. Damn it, what the is going on? Yesterday, I heard the boss say that his strength is not so strong. How come I am not his opponent anymore in one night? At this time, Shanjing Yulong quickly stood up, then looked at the whirlpool in front of him. Chenhao cursed in his heart. Neither of them gave each other a chance to breathe, and rushed directly towards each other. In just 2 seconds, the two of them collided again. Pang! The two bounced away again at this time, but at this time, Shanjing Yulong's legs had begun to shake slowly, and he suffered a lot of damage just now. Ding! Hit resistance plus 1, speed plus 1, leg strength plus 1. After Whirlpool Chenhao heard the voice in his mind, the corners of his mouth gradually rose. He didn't expect that with a few simple tricks, his physical fitness could increase so much. It seems that today I must make you suffer a bit, bullying me before, now I want you to taste the feeling of being bullied. After speaking, Wuxi Chenhao rushed in front of him once again, and sent a left uppercut fiercely, and immediately knocked out one of the teeth of Yulong Mountain, and instantly spit out a mouthful of blood. Shanjing Yulong was punched and flew out by Wuxi Chenhao, but at the moment when he flew out, Wuxi Chenhao grabbed his ankle again and fell to the ground fiercely. Tell you, don't come to me in the future, or you will look good. What have been done to me in the past, I will slowly return it to you in the future. At the moment when Shanjing Yulong fell to the ground, Wuxi Chenhao immediately sat on him, and his fists like raindrops fell on him. Ding! Strength plus 1. Ding! Strength plus 1. Every time Maelstrom Chenhao shook his fist, the system would give a reminder, and meanwhile Maelstrom Chenhao's strength gradually increased. In just a few seconds, Shanjing Yulong had been beaten with a bruised nose and swollen face. If his mother saw this, she might not recognize this as her child. When Wuxi Chenhao punched the Mountain View Yulong, his smile slowly emerged, and he was very happy now. Since coming to Hokage world, he has been bullied by this group of people every day. Who can suffer from such a day? Sorry, forgive me, I will never bully you again. Jing Yulong said loudly while using his arm to resist the attack of Maelstrom Chenhao. Ding! The host successfully intimidated the opponent, deterrence plus 2. After hearing what Shanjing Yulong had just said, Maelstrom Chenhao didn't mean to stop, instead he used more and more force. I really know that I was wrong, and I will not dare any more in the future. I swear that if I violate my order, I will not die. Jing Yulong poisoned when he saw that Wuxi Chenhao did not intend to stop oath, he was very reluctant to see it. Shanjing Yulong can be driven crazy by Maelstrom Chenhao this time. How could he be so embarrassed if this were placed in the past? What the is going on, how can I become so strong? I will definitely make you look good when I go out. I will definitely double the pain you gave me today and return it back. The dragon has gone completely crazy. Humph, I believe you a ghost. I used to believe that you really didn't know if I was stupid, but I can see you clearly. Now I must be thinking about how to avenge me after going out. Humph, today I must give you a little color and take a look. What kind of person Shanjing Yulong is? Maelstrom Chenhao knew in his heart that he had been bullied by him every time before, so now he must seize this opportunity. No. No, don't worry, I don't think I think that way. Shanjing Yulong's face was already confused at this time, and even so, he shook his head desperately. Damn it, how smart he has become. No, I have to hurry and escape here, otherwise my life will not be saved. After I go out, I must let the boss come to protect me. Although Jing Yulong he said that, but he thought it was completely different from what he said. At this time, the power of Wuxi Chenhao had already used his full strength, and under his reigning fist, Shanjing Yulong would soon be unable to withstand it. Ding! Congratulations to the host for successfully defeating Shanjing Yulong. Reward 1000 gold coins and a chance to draw. After hearing what the system had just said, the corners of his mouth rose a little. At this moment, the whirlpool Chenhao slowly stopped. He also didn't want to die. When Shanjing Yulong felt that Wuxi Chenhao was not attacking him, he exhausted his last bit of strength and quickly withdrew back. Wait for me, I will definitely find your revenge. You can't kneel down and beg for mercy at that time. Shanjing Yulong held his arm at this moment, and then looked viciously at Maelstrom Chenhao. I thought. Unexpectedly, after a fight, his experience value increased so much, and his physical strength, have increased a lot. After Wuxi Chenhao stood up, he looked at the mountain view Yulong in front of him. Thought with a smile. After the battle just now, Maelstrom Chenhao is very happy now, he has never been so happy as today. During the year when he traveled to Hokage, Maelstrom Chenhao was bullied every day, and suffered severe injuries every time. This time he finally took revenge. But the person who bullied him was far more than the one named Jing Yulong. The 3 people he beaten the day before yesterday were among them, and they were also the eldest brothers of Yulong Mountain. I didn't expect it to feel so good to bully people. How about you always like to bully me? Maori Chenhao said with a smile while looking at the mountain view Yulong. Shanjing Yulong knew that if he was talking about something hard, he might really not be able to get out of this door, so he shook his head desperately, although the blood on his head was flying around, but it was important for him to save his life now. Looking at how embarrassed you are, I am very happy. It's time to change the dynasty. You have bullied me long enough. From now on I will not be the whirlpool Chenhao who is being bullied by you. Hao looked at the mountain view Yulong who was shaking his head desperately and said with a smile. At this moment, Shanjing Yulong couldn't say anything. He just nodded desperately. At this time, he wanted to escape here quickly. Okay, I'll just believe you once, let's go. There are still many opportunities for us to fight against each other in the future, so don't worry, I will not only hit you this time in the future. After speaking, the whirlpool Chenhao disappeared in the same place, and instantly appeared in front of Shanjing Yulong. At this time, the eyes of Shanjing Yulong were already very wide. Pang! When Wuxi Chenhao came to the front of Shanjing Yulong, he punched him in the stomach. How could the strength of Shanjing Yulong take his punch? Flew out in an instant. I have to clean up the house in a while, it's really annoying. Maelstrom Chenhao patted his palm, then said with a wry smile looking at the ill-formed yard. Shanjing Yulong was already vomiting blood after being punched by the whirlpool Chenhao, but Xin Hao whirlpool Chenhao didn't use all his strength, otherwise he would have been unconscious now. Whirlpool Chenhao walked to the side of Yulong Mountain View, lifted him up suddenly, and walked towards his door step by step. If it turns out that the strength of Maelstrom Chenhao was not so great, it would be thanks to the system that he could have such a great strength. What? After arriving at the door of the house, Wuxi Chenhao threw the Mountain View Yulong that he was holding onto the ground, and gave a very painful cry. Remember, I will no longer be the same me in the future. If you are not convinced in the future, even if you come to me, I will accompany you to the end. By the way, after I go back, I will tell your boss and I will not be he bullied, as long as I bully him. Maelstrom Chenhao said loudly while looking at the dying mountain view on the ground. Then, turned around and walked into his own home. You wait for me. I must make you pay the cruel price. The mountain view Yulong lying on the ground looked at the back of Wuxi Chenhao and said very angry. Big brother, what's the matter with you? At this moment, the younger brother of Shanjing Yulong saw the Shanjing Yulong who had just been thrown by the whirlpool Chenhao, and then quickly came to him and carried him away. After returning home, Maelstrom Chenhao had cleared the traces of the battle as quickly as possible, so as not to be seen by others in a while. It's really cool. I must become stronger in the future. No one can bully me, my family, and the people I want to protect. After Mason Chenhao finished cleaning up the house, he looked at the sky and smiled. Said, I have to say that if you don't have the strength in this world, you can't survive at all, and if you don't be ruthless, you will have to be slaughtered. Maelstrom Chenhao sighed at this moment, and then called out his attribute panel. Name, Wuxi Chenhao. Age, 10 years old. Strength, Ninja experience value, 570/1000. Talent, 19,999. Physical strength, 50/100. Spiritual power, 358/500. Chakra, 1253. Belong to, Bo Feng Shuman. Adopted Sun Chakra. Attributes, Fire, Wind, Thunder. Ninjutsu, Avatar, Instantaneous, Helix Pill. I didn't expect my talent to be so high, and my mental power is so high. It's just that the experience value is so low. If you want to reach Zhongren, you need so much experience value. Maelstrom Chenhao said with a light frown looking at his attribute panel. The middle ninja is 1000, the upper ninja is 5000, the shadow level is 10,000, the super shadow level has reached 10,000 points, the experience value reaches a certain number to break through to the next level. If this is 6 levels, it must not cost 100 million experience points. I feel terrible after thinking about it. It's really sad. Maelstrom Chenhao said in surprise as he watched the introduction of experience points. Forget it, don't think about it, let's draw a lottery first. Ding, the lottery page is open. Suddenly, a huge roulette appeared in Uzumaki Chenhao's mind, with all the rewards on it, which can be described as everything in the anime. But 10% of the above are thank you for your patronage. Unexpectedly, there are so many things. Okay, let's draw a lottery, and see what can be drawn. I hope you won't be drawn, thank you for your patronage. After a brief look at the above things, Mason Chenhao muttered. Swipe, brush. The huge lottery wheel slowly stopped after spinning for a few seconds. At this time, the whirlpool Chenhao had already turned over in his heart. In the end, the arrow on the top of the roulette wheel points to the one that thank you for your patronage. Damn, no, I trademark memorized so much today, I took the middle road for the first time, thank you for your patronage, my 1000 gold coins. Maelstrom Chenhao saw the pointer stop on the grid, thank you for patronage, and imagined for a moment shattered. The whole person is depressed. I knew that this system was not reliable. Hey, who made me unlucky today? Maelstrom Chenhao didn't complain at this time, and went straight back to the real world. It was almost 10 o'clock in the morning, and when he got up in the morning, Maelstrom Chenhao began to fight Shanjing Yulong. The whole person is now hungry. Forget it, let's eat first, I'm going to starve to death. You can't starve yourself if you miss it. Ding, the host starts to eat, experience value +1. 20 minutes later, 2 people hurriedly arrived at the home of Wuxi Chenhao. These 2 people were Wu Feng Shuman and Wu Zhenei, Wuxi Chenhao's adoptive father and mother. Kushina, you slow down, now you are pregnant. Don't have anything to do. Bo Feng Shuman said to her softly while supporting Uzumaki Kushina. After hearing what her husband said, Uzumaki Kushina nodded with a smile. Someone is coming again, it's really annoying. Wuxi Chenhao heard movement in his yard just after eating, and then walked out slowly. Uncle Watergate, Aunt Juxina. After coming out, he saw that the person who came was his adoptive father and adoptive mother, and then hurriedly came to the side of Uzumaki Juxina to support her. Immediately afterwards, the three of them walked into the room and got onto the sofa. Uncle Watergate, why did Aunt Juxina come here? Uzumaki Chenhao poured 2 glasses of water to them at this moment and said. It's not for you. This morning, the neighbor ran to the house and said that you were fighting again at home. We were worried that you would rush over right away. After Bo Feng Shuman heard what the whirlpool had just said with a smile. Yet, the body got better after the fight last time, and today I was fighting again. After a few sips of water, Uzumaki Juxina said, looking at Uzumaki Chenhao. I'm really sorry, I really didn't expect you to know about my fight so soon. I really didn't blame me today, and Shenjing Yulong came to look for me. I didn't want to hold his breath, and then just slap him hit it. After hearing what the two of them had just said, Vortex Chenhao scratched his head and said with a smile. I have to say that the two of them love Maelstrom Chenhao very much, and they have treated him as their own son since they adopted him. They also didn't dislike him because of Maelstrom Chenhao's strength. The two of them looked at each other after hearing what Wuxi Chenhao had just said. They felt very unbelievable. They knew the strength of this son best in their hearts. How could they have beaten others to nothing at all? Quickly, let Auntie see if there is anything wrong, is there any injury? Uzumaki Juxina said to Uzumaki Chenhao at this moment, feeling very incredible. After speaking, Uzumaki Juxina pulled Uzumaki Chenhao in front of him, and then carefully checked his body to see if he was injured. Now that Maelstrom Chenhao has started to walk the path of the strong, how could he be beaten and injured by a child? Fortunately, there was no injury. But I was terrified. Uzumaki Chenhao carefully inspected the body of Uzumaki Chenhao and found that he was not injured at all, then he breathed out and said quietly. It's okay, Aunt Juxina, I told you everything. Nothing. Don't worry about me anymore. I have grown up, and my strength has gradually started to become stronger. I believe that in the near future, it will definitely become very powerful. Maelstrom Chenhao said with a very firm smile at this moment. Ding, the host makes his mother feel at ease, experience +1, sister coaxing skills +2. Okay, the child is fine. It can be seen that Chenhao has begun to gradually become stronger. His current strength should be much stronger than before. It seems that he has not worked less during this period of time. Our child is finally getting stronger. At this moment, Bo Feng Watergate gently patted Uzumaki Kushina on the shoulder, and then said to Uzumaki Chenhao with a smile. After hearing what Bo Feng Shuman had just said, the whirlpool Chenhao nodded with a smile, and then sat opposite the two of them. Okay, if there is nothing to do, then we will go back first. If we have time tonight, we will come home. Aunt Niuzine will have a baby in a few days. Bo Feng Shuimen and the two of them stood up after talking to Maelstrom Chenhao for a while, and then said to Maelstrom Chenhao with a smile. Really? Aunt Juxina, congratulations, you will definitely go tonight, don't worry. After hearing what Bo Feng Shuimen just said, Mason Chenhao said with a smile on his face nodded, then said. After hearing what Uzumaki Chenhao had just said, Bo Feng Watergate and Uzumaki Juxina nodded with a smile, and then the two of them greeted Uzumaki Chenhao and left here. A few days later, calculated according to the time, it should be after the ninja test. Now I don't know if I can change the reality. If I can, I really don't want them to die in Kuabai. In my hand. At this moment, Mason Chenhao was standing in front of his house, looking at the backs of the couple, and then thinking silently in his heart. As they said, a few days later is the day when Naruto Uzumaki was born, the protagonist in the original book. That is, on that day, the mysterious masked man Kyuubi was completely released, and Kyuubi was about to attack Konoha village tonight. At the same time, 4 generations of the couple died at the hands of Kyuubi that day. Forget it, don't think about it. If this is true, then I really can't change anything. I haven't been out shopping for several days, so let's go out and take a look. Everything at home I'm almost done eating, buy something by the way. Maybe in a few days, I will live with Xiao Naruto. Whirlpool Chenhao thought silently when he watched the passers-by walking back and forth on the street. With that, Whirlpool Chenhao walked from the courtyard to the street. At this moment, he saw a lot of people walking around on the street. It's been a long time since I came out in the morning. I didn't expect it to be the same as at night, very prosperous. Wuxi Chenhao said with a smile while looking at the pedestrians on the street. Hey, isn't this the little Hao who was often bullied by us? It seems to be yes, his aunt always calls him that, and it feels like he is very, very young, ha ha ha. At this moment, behind the Whirlpool Chenhao suddenly sounded several people talking. Listening to their tone, you can know that they are laughing at Whirlpool Chenhao. When Maelstrom Chenhao heard someone behind him say bad things, he slowly turned his head, and then saw that they were 3 little kids. And they all have non-mainstream heads that kill Matt, looking very naive. I didn't expect a lot of troubles today. There are a few more people who are not afraid of death. If you don't give you some color, look at me, I'm really bullying. Maelstrom Chenhao heard it at this time, but was familiar with it. The sound of it. Ding, check the host's enemy to find something. Release the mission, don't use ninjutsu to hit them into doubting life. Completing the mission rewards 1000 gold coins and an orange weapon. Orange weapons are the most inferior, but they are several times better than shurikens. Weapons can be roughly divided from weak to strong, orange, white, gold, silver, red, and black. After hearing the content of the mission, Maelstrom Chenhao smiled slightly, and then said to the 3 little ghosts, listen to me 3 of you. From now on, I can't be bullied by you anymore. Only I can bully you. If you know each other, then become my little brother. I will surely let you eat and drink spicy food. I guarantee that you will be surging in the village of Konoha. The 3 children didn't respond after hearing what Mao Chenhao had just said. They thought they had heard it wrong. But after 3 or 4 seconds, they laughed heartily. They had no idea that this person who had been bullied for more than a year could say such a thing, and still in their own presence.